so good in Battlefield 3. Yeah, so shit in Battlefield 4. They actually felt crisp in Battlefield 3. It felt good, but Battlefield 4, I don't know. That game's such a downturn compared to the previous one. Wow, this is literally just hard scoping down, waiting for me to spawn right there. Fucking talented player right there, folks. I was supposed to be a slide. I really love sliding in games, so I guess I'd have to give slide the top spot. The mechanics. Bro, every fucking game, dude. I feel like I'm always the only one on the fucking objective. I'm too old for this shit, man. I can't be doing this no more. I know if I climb up here, I'm gonna get shot in the face.
Hardpoint compromised. Secure the area.
Yeah, I don't really like 2042s. They're alright, but... I mean, Battlefield 3s, they were so good, you could see they were well done, minus a few little bugs that would happen. That's why I knifed so much in there, like stealing dog tags. But then Battlefield 4 came out, and they were just so cheaply put together. Like, you could see they didn't put a lot of thought and effort into them. They were so poorly done. It's just one of the many reasons I dislike that game, because I knifed so much in Battlefield 3. And yeah, in Battlefield 4, I'm like, this shit sucks. I couldn't even be bothered, really. I mean, it's hard to describe it, too, like, unless you're watching it, but, like, in Battlefield 3, when you put a knife in someone, like, you would rip it out, it felt like you were, like, actually doing something like that. Like, and then in Battlefield 4, you would put it in, and you would see your hand go into his chest, and it's, like, so poorly done. It kind of took you out of it, where I was like, this shit sucks. At least for me, anyway. And then it annoys me. Battlefield keeps trying to compete with COD, and I'm like, dude, just fucking make your own shit, dude. That's kind of where they've lost me at times, where they're like, oh, COD has small maps, so we got the biggest maps ever in Battle. Like, that's not a good thing. I don't give a fuck about big maps. I want good gunplay, and I don't want to run around for 8 years looking for a fucking bad guy. And 2042 is like, we're gonna make the biggest maps ever, and then act like that's good. That is literally the... If I was on their board of developers, I'd be like, this is literally the stupidest idea you could have. But sadly, that's what they went with, and I think you're seeing what happened. It didn't really work out very well. Battlefield 1's mechanics were a lot better than Battlefield 4, no doubt. Battlefield 1 was probably like the last really good Call of Duty, or not Call of Duty, last good Battlefield. Probably didn't get as much love in the time it should have, but... Now, even 2042, I knew the gunfight-wise, it had a lot of potential. The movement was really fucking good, but... You have good gunfight mechanics, but then you play on a massive map where there's literally nothing to do. So it's like you just wasted its potential, really. Which annoys the ever-loving shit out of me. Yeah. I mean, I can completely see why you feel like that. I mean, I don't even think you're wrong, honestly. I think COD players who love COD would have to still agree with that. Most CODs, there's not much different going from one to the next. It's pretty much the same shit. And you especially notice that if you don't play every game religiously. You know, you hop on, like you buy COD to play a few matches with your friends when they get off work, you know, shit like that. But like, looking back on most of these recent CODs that I haven't played a lot, they all kind of blend together. I couldn't tell you what's what. I'm like, Black Ops 4, have I played that? Is that even a game, or am I being lied to? Like, they're all kind of the same, really. Minus a few, like, wall running and shit like that. Wasn't that Advanced Warfare? But, like, for the most part, most of them are the exact same shit. Especially nowadays when they keep remaking the same fucking goddamn maps. And literally Modern Warfare 3, they're already boasting about that. We're bringing all these maps back. I'm like, that's not a good thing, bro. Your game is already the exact same, like, every year. For the most part. Minus the fine details, but to the average dude playing, it's going to be pretty similar to the other one. And now you're bringing the same maps in again? Like, dude, to me that seems like a bad idea. Even though I love those maps and it will be fun to play them, but it's just... I don't know. Side note, I'm not even going for objectives now. I just kind of stopped doing anything.
Loading. Locating the next hard point. Get ready.
Right now, playstyle wise, super aggressive. What do you call them? You have the Slayers who they're more AR and they'll sit in the back. What's the SMG guy? Like literally when I played competitively, that's what I was. I was the dude who was expected to jump on the objective, and I'm the one who's supposed to get up close and I gotta win gunfights against a bunch of people. Like you gotta be like right up in their face. I forgot what it's. Is it called OBJ? It might just be OBJ. I don't know what the technical term. Yeah, I'm the aggressive run and gun play style with SMGs usually. I can do the Slayer roll. To me, it's a lot easier. You just kind of post up like this and pick off a dude and lock down an area. So it's really, Slayers to me have it a little easier than the run and gun player because reaction time goes into that a little more than like a Slayer. You've got to run around the corner and like, oh shit, got to react to however many bad guys you see. Where a Slayer, especially when you're defending, is just literally you'll sit here and wait for them. So it's still good. You need good Slayers. I'm not knocking on Slayers at all. But Titanfall 3 recently? That's the game I will play. I wish I had played Titanfall 2. It just came out at a bad time where Battlefront was the thing, but I watched somebody commented on an old Titanfall 2 beta. I played the beta with Cuddy. And I watched the gameplay, and I'm like, dude, that looks so fucking good. Just the movement, the gunplay, I'm like, this shit looks amazing. Really wish that it's a game I had played more, or if it would have taken off on the channel. Because if Titanfall had taken off on the channel, that would have led into Apex getting views, because I would have had enough people watching. That would have been awesome. Like, we even said at the time with Apex, like, they have the Titanfall mechanics, and that just Titanfall's mechanics are just so good for gunplay. Normally I can't stand jumping off walls and shit, but it's just such a good job with that.
Enemy UAV active. Hardpoint reloaded. Secure the target area. Loading. Throwing Semtex. Enemy personnel at the hardpoint.
Kind of calls it wrong, but I don't think it fucking matters.
Copy. UAV is a hostile UAV in the area. They tagged me.
Don't kill myself. Oh, the mortars aren't even landing in the right spot, or is that enemy mortars? These are enemy ones, but I don't think it matters. They're gonna die anyway.
Target area updated. Move to the hard point. Changing mags. Hostile mortar strike incoming.
Hello. Stop me from rolling completely right there. Not rolling, sliding. Yeah, I love the wall running in Titanfall, but hated it in Advanced Warfare. Or was it even Advanced Warfare? Whatever Call of Duty that had that type of shit, I could not stand it. Because normally I wouldn't be into wall running, really. I don't know. For whatever reason, I normally would gravitate away from that. But Titanfall was the game I was like, no, I'm willing for this game, I'll do it. Oh shit, he's behind me too, we're fucked.
Locating the next hard point. Get ready. Location updated. Capture the hard point. Throwing Semtex!
And there's two.
Enemy UAV overhead.
Advanced Warfare, Infinite Warfare. Bro. If someone put a picture on the screen and told me which one's which, I'll give you $1 million if you get it right. I'll probably get it wrong. At best, it would be a 50-50 guess, because I mean, I would have no fucking clue. This shit looking identical to me.
Changing
Yeah, that would be more like a Slayer role than what you're describing. The other dude is more likely to sit back and try to, not camp, but advance at a slower pace from cover to cover, where, like, my play style is just fucking run in there. You're gonna have to outgun skill him, basically. Now I suck. My gun skill just went down the drain so bad. I used to have, like, amazing aim. Now, it's alright at times, but I lose so many gunfights now that if it were back in the day, I would be like, yo, I need to just quit. Like, we can't play competitive with this, because I should have been winning those, and I'm just completely failing them. Did that guy really not expect me to push him? He shot at me. He knew I was there. Doesn't matter what we do, they're set up, we are not. Trying to get in there in between the mortars, we are clearly not doing it.
Confirming next hard point. Stand by. Hard point compromised.
Oops, I do not have what I thought I had. Normally you'd want to stay there and get on it, but our team doesn't know what they're doing. Let's just go. Is that a decoy? It is. I literally killed the dude, and as that dude was falling, the dude spawned there. This dude really loved just posting up and sitting there.
Standing by.
Oh, he saw me, fuck! Shot my toes! Yeah, you really are describing more of a Slayer role. Or like when you get an objective, like you might not necessarily be the one sitting on it, but you're set up in a spot that would put the spawns in your favor. You're like, oh shit, if we're not standing behind this piece of cover, they're gonna spawn there. Like for example, there's an objective here. Let's say they're coming from here. You'd be set up here. You're covering the objective. You're not. It's not that you're not playing the objective. You're just set up in a more advantageous position because you don't want them to come from here or whatever particular route. You could set up over there, but you wouldn't necessarily be the one on the objective. At times you could, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do, but if your whole team's there set up, you would be the one more on the edge to cover a flank than you would be the one just sitting on the objective. You'd let the more aggressive, like running gun players be on there. Usually, anyway. Since they need to be up close because they're gonna be the ones tending to use like SMGs, which don't have the range, and the Slayers are more likely to use an AR and give them a little more multi-role purpose.